is Alison Flax Archer, Secretary General for the BVI National Commission for UNESCO. UNESCO encourages the world to stop for a moment annually on October 5th to celebrate Teachers for World Teachers Day. This year, World Teachers Day will focus on the theme, Valuing Teacher Voices Towards a New Social Contract for Education, because UNESCO wishes to emphasize the pivotal role that teachers play in shaping the future of education. Every day, teachers enter their teaching environment, bringing the greatest gift of all, themselves. You see, I too am a teacher, so I know firsthand that a teacher has many roles. They provide guidance in learning. They coach students in life. They inspire and challenge students to accomplish more than they could have ever imagined, and so much more. So, in celebration of the 2024 World Teachers Day, be reminded of the significance of a teacher's voice as they continue to move full steam ahead, teaching with passion, love, patience. Happy 2024 World Teachers Day.
Miss Jacqueline Smith, my former teacher, motivated me to become a teacher by showing me how she would prepare her classroom and how she would nurture her children in her classroom settings. Showing that same compassion motivated me to show that same compassion in my classroom today. And how my journey have evolved over the years is just ensuring that I take all my challenges or failures into consideration to want to improve in my task given to me today.
This is my second year in the educational system, and what motivated me was basically I wanted to see change in my community. I felt that even if I talked about change, I wouldn't be doing anything as much as I am giving the effort. So I decided to become a teacher so that I can improve the generations to come, so that way we can build ourselves as a territory.
The most rewarding aspect of being an educator is see your students develop and grow, and to the point where they start serving in society. That shows you that they had gained something from your input in their education. So it gives you a sense of satisfaction of being an educator.
I would say the most rewarding aspect of being an educator is to look and see your students making strides in the world, positive strides, holding their own and just doing what they should do. That's the thing.
Not what is the future of education. Education is the future. If we want an idea of how our future is going to look or what it's going to be like, we need to look at our education system. And currently, I think we are doing a good job. We are moving in the right direction. We are currently reimagining education in the Virgin Islands. We are moving full steam ahead. We are creating opportunities. For example, the STEAM robotics course at the high school that was not there 3 years ago. So that in itself creates a whole other job market that our students can access, because now our students could get into coding and things along that line. And the role of teachers is just to embrace, buy into the changes, and let's work together to make a great future for all of us.
Education is heading in the direction of a technological takeover, whether we are ready for it or not. And as educators, we should not resist this change, but we should ensure that we stay on the cutting edge so that we are not left behind. With artificial intelligence and robotics on the scene now, we know the capabilities of these programs, and teachers should be in place to ensure that they're teaching the students how to use these programs responsibly.
One of the first things that we need to do is changing the ethos of things like PTA meetings. As a parent myself, after a long day of work, the last thing I need is another lecture on what my child is doing. So I think making them more social, more friendly, you would get more parents involved, and once you get them in, you can get them to do anything.
Well, I think you have to have that collaboration, first of all. I'm the type of person, I'm a people's person. I meet parents in the supermarket, I meet them wherever they're at, and we talk. I tend to call people, they call me, and we communicate all the time. They can meet me any place. I'm the type of person, you can meet me any place, and we can have a discussion, hey, how we can move things forward. And I tend to try to, I'm the type of person, when I do my work, I remember a lot of stuff that I do. So when I meet you, I can say, hey, that child wasn't doing so well the last time we had an assessment. They need to work on X, Y, and Z, and then we have that communication. And then after that, when I see the people again, the parents again, I can say, hey, I've seen some improvement here. Let's continue to move in that direction. But it's very important to have that collaboration between the parents and the teachers. It's very important.
Teaching aids. We need lots of teaching aids. We have students coming in now with IEPs, they need IEPs, and we need the necessary resources to assist students in these.
Well, as a technical teacher at the Virgin Islands School of Technical Studies and the technical department head, I hear the cry every day of the need for more equipment, tools, materials, so that the teachers would be able to teach more effective and the students would learn and be able to practice as they should. But I do believe, apart from that the ministry has been doing a good job and providing professional development sessions that has been very successful and relevant. It's just now for the teachers to put what they learn into the classroom. And I think they have been much more supportive these days.
Well, this was a tough question. For me, I would change, or I would like to see us move away from the heavy reliance on standardized tests, because children learn differently and the outcomes obviously will be different. But at the end of the day, we're expected to teach them differently, but we're giving them the same tests and expect everybody to be successful. And I think that until we would have established an alternative, along with standardized testing, I would like to see things like work study be re-implemented, so that at the end of grade 12, students would have received a certificate saying, hey, listen, I complete 15 hours of work study in this area. Because jobs today, they ask for experience. So at least you could take that certificate and say, this is what I would have accomplished. Skills-based curriculum also. Whether it's vocational or technical, I would like to see our students at the end of grade 12 have a separate certificate to say, I mastered IT, I mastered woodworking, or technical drawing, or something that would set them up apart from just the academic, because not all our students go on to college. So something that would set them up for a career in a different field.
Well, when I was going to school, I say this now because I see there are certain constraints and problems with timetable in my department. And I always advocate, for the past couple of years, I've been saying that we should go back to the day system. I don't know if anybody remembers when we had day 1 to day 6 when I went into high school. I'm gonna kind of date myself now. I went into high school in 1983. Orma Smith was the principal. We had a day system, 1 to 6. So if you had holidays, if it had a flood and you didn't have school on that day, whenever you go back to school, and it was good to go back to school, you went to the day that you left off from. So if the previous day that you left was day 1, the next day will be day 2. Whenever you come back, it could have been day 1 was Monday, and then on Friday it was the other day you could come back to school. Friday was day 2. So you didn't lose anything, but now you're losing a lot of teaching time with different things. Midterm break, like I said, holidays, a lot of different activities in between. So you lose that teaching time, you don't get it back. But if the system is put back in place, you could roll it over. You might lose a little bit on the end, and the back end of the finishing of the term, but you don't lose much.
We are the best, no other profession can test. We make a difference. So my words of encouragement is don't give up. We hold the future literally in our hands. We are designing the future, so don't give up.
The best teachers teach from the heart and not from the book. You can always learn the content, but you can't learn empathy, and sometimes that goes a far way in reaching our students.
It is an honor to join in the celebration of World Teachers Day 2024 under the inspiring theme, Valuing Teachers' Voices Towards a New Social Contract for Education. This theme resonates deeply as it highlights something we have always known. Teachers are not only the backbone of the education system, but your voices are vital in shaping its future. Every day in classrooms across our territory, you bring life to the curriculum, guide students through their academic journeys, and inspire hope for what they can achieve. Without your dedication and expertise, the foundation of our education system would falter. You are the bedrock upon which we build the future of this nation. This year's theme underscores an important truth. Teachers' voices must be central in the ongoing conversation about how we reimagine education. You are not just practitioners, but advocates for progress. Your insights, ideas, and experiences are invaluable as we work together to shape policies and practices that meet the evolving needs of our students and our society. That is why, as a ministry, we have prioritized initiatives that foster teacher input to drive change, such as our Meet the Minister events, as well as our education roundtables. We stand at the threshold of significant change in education in this territory, and it is your voice that will guide us through it. As we envision a new social contract for education, we must place value on your contributions and create systems where you feel empowered to lead the charge for reform. Whether it's in policy discussions, curriculum development, or classroom innovation, your expertise is critical. You have the power to influence how education adapts to the challenges of the modern world. I encourage you to continue to raise your voices, knowing that they are heard, valued, and respected. The Ministry of Education is committed to ensuring that teachers are at the forefront of shaping the future of education. Let us work together to build a system that not only values your contributions, but also empowers you to drive meaningful and lasting change. Thank you for your unwavering dedication, and happy World Teachers Day.
As we gather to celebrate World Teachers Day under the theme Valuing Teachers' Voices Towards a New Social Contract for Education, I am reminded of the profound impact teachers have on shaping our societies. Over my 40+ years as a public officer and educator, I have seen firsthand the transformative power of teaching. I've had the privilege of witnessing the evolution of education and the critical role teachers play on my journey. The highs and lows of this profession shape us into more than just educators. We become lifelong mentors, with many of us gaining countless adopted children along the way. Teaching is not just about imparting knowledge. It's about guiding, nurturing, and inspiring. But equally important is actively listening to the ideas, experiences, and insights of our teachers. Teachers understand better than anyone what works in education, what their students need, and how to inspire the next generation of thinkers and innovators. In doing so, we have to ensure a system that is well-resourced and supported, and this is the mission of the ministry. As we move forward in shaping the future of education, it is crucial that teachers' voices are heard. Let us ensure that their perspectives continue to guide our policies and decisions, for it is through their wisdom and dedication that we will build an education system that truly serves the needs of every child. As a ministry, we reaffirm our commitment to invest in the teachers and to ensuring their voices are heard. Let us all come together as a community to uplift the teaching profession. When we empower teachers, we empower society as a whole. To all teachers, thank you for your unwavering commitment to education. We celebrate your contributions, and I encourage you to continue to uplift and empower the next generation. Your voices matter now more than ever. Happy World Teachers' Day.
Greetings to all educators, students, and the Virgin Islands community. As we celebrate World Teachers' Day under the theme, Valuing Teachers' Voices towards a new social contract for education, I want to take a moment to reflect on the immense contributions of our teachers. You are the architects of our society, laying the foundations upon which future generations will build their dreams and aspirations. Your role in shaping minds and futures is akin to that of a master builder, crafting a resilient and vibrant community. Today, we have heard from some of the finest educators across our territory, each sharing their unique experiences, challenges, and hopes for the future of education. As someone who once stood in the classroom as an English teacher, I understand deeply the tremendous responsibility and privilege that comes with this profession. It was this very understanding that propelled me into politics, not as a departure from teaching, but as an expansion of my commitment to education. I knew that to build the change our system needed, I had to amplify my voice and advocate for the policies and laws that uplift our teachers, students, and ultimately our entire territory. I am immensely proud of the voices we've heard today, voices that represent the heartbeat of our education system. Teachers are the pillars of any society, and it is time we place your perspectives at the forefront of policy discussions. Your insights, experiences, and advocacy are the blueprints for a new social contract for education, one that acknowledges the profound influence teachers have on the future of our children and our world. In closing, I salute every teacher in the Virgin Islands for your tireless dedication, unwavering passion, and commitment to building the next generation. You are the true architects of our future, and today we honor and celebrate you. Happy World Teachers' Day.